I'm here. It's church time. My name is Mark Duplass. I am in the closet for the first time. My brother just got here before me, so I'm hoping I don't pick the same movies as him. I have a feeling Jay picked this. Somebody's laughing behind the camera right now, and I think that person was here when it happened. But I have to pick it. And what you need to know is that John Cassavetes is a hero of ours. He's the model of everything I wanted to be, which was act in Hollywood movies, take that money, blow it on your independent films that you make with your family and friends. So, John, you coming with us. Also, side note, the John Cassavetes and Jenna Rollins house just came up for sale in Los Angeles. If anyone has $5 million, please buy it and turn it into a museum. Moving on. This is gonna be a box set kind of day for me. I have to do this. This is probably gonna be a little obvious for you who've seen a lot of my small intimate films, but this is the Before Trilogy by Richard Linklater. Why this is so special for me in particular is when I was 18 years old, senior in high school, I had seen Slacker because Jay went to college in Austin. I had been to all the midnight screenings of Dazed and Confused. And this movie came out. I was living in New Orleans, and they weren't showing it anywhere. I had to drive all the way to Baton Rouge to catch the movie. I had my own little before moment. I stayed up all night with my friend who was a freshman in college at LSU after we watched the movie. We talked about it all, and I drove home as the sun was coming up. And I've been obsessed with these movies ever since. And if you watch movies like Blue Jay and our upcoming movie, Their Town, you will see the deep, obvious influence there. This is really cool because for anyone who follows me on social media, you'll know that I'm a huge Criterion Channel fan. If you're close with me, you'll also know that I give you a subscription for your birthday every year. But Dekalog, Kozlovsky, is not on the Criterion Channel, one of the few things that isn't streaming. I was lucky enough to get introduced to this in 1995 at University of Texas in Austin. We had a library that had really curated old VHS. And so I sat down and watched these really scratchy 4x3 VHS copies on a tiny little screen in the UT library. And so now I'm gonna get to see them a little cleaned up. This is Lone Star by John Sayles, a period piece set on the border. And they do this incredible thing, if you haven't seen it, where rather than do actual camera cuts as they go back and forth in time, they'll set dress a whole restaurant. One half of the restaurant is set in modern day. The other half is set in the past. And live, they'll pan the camera over, do a lighting shift, and then you'll pick up on the storyline back there. And it's like, that's something that doesn't happen in a cheaper movie like that. Also, no spoilers, but incredible ending. Chantal Akerman. So I first saw Gene Dealman when I was in film school, and I couldn't believe how riveted I was by a 3-hour movie that was just about the tiniest things. And it opened up the seed in my brain that the epically small could be what I do in film. Take something that someone would normally just make a 5-minute short film about, but then make a 90-minute feature. It's kind of at the cornerstone of what I do. And I think Chantal did that really well. In particular, those early movies, black and white, pointing the camera at herself, raw, expressive. In some ways, it's where I got those ideas to make like Creep and the Creep tapes, which is just like, how slow-paced can you be and still keep an audience? But yes, Je, tu, il, elle is the early one that I really, really, really loved. I'm gonna do one more because I just saw it, Flow. For me, it's like everything that I want democratized technology to do. When I look at a movie like Flow and I see someone who's a complete outlier in this industry and use the technology to make something on their computer just with their sweat, hearts, and smarts at the center of it, and then it goes out and wins the Oscar, a very slow-paced, quiet, sweet movie about a feline journey. At a time when I'm being told in the industry that unless there's a dead body in the first 60 seconds, people's attention spans won't keep up. This is going against the flow, as it were, pun intended. I just fucking love this movie. It was so sweet and it got me if you haven't had a chance to see it. Sit down. You can watch it with your kids. You can watch it with your parents. And it's really, really good.